Hello, my name is Margarita Vasquez. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I am a program coordinator for the Youth Leadership Institute. I first joined YLI as a youth participant about 6 years ago, leading alcohol and other drug prevention work on the coast side. A little about the organization. YLI builds communities where young people and their adult allies come together to create positive community change that promotes social justice and racial equity. We have 7 offices across California. I work in the office that serves the county of San Mateo. As a program coordinator, I work in partnership with youth in Half Moon Bay in order to help them address inequities in their own community. I also provide support, skill building in order to ensure that youth learn to use their voice to create meaningful change. My role consists of building community partnerships with youth and adults in Half Moon Bay, especially around issues of civic engagement and transportation. Half Moon Bay is a community on the coast of the county of San Mateo. It is unfortunately geographically isolated from the rest of the county. Therefore, this creates some gaps when it comes to public transportation. And that is where Team C comes in, Transportation Equity Allied Movement Coalition. Team C advances community-supported transportation solutions that promote greater access to opportunity, social equity, public health, and safety, as well as environmental protection. Team C engages and empowers those historically underrepresented communities to advocate for a transportation system that better serves all of our needs. I'm usually on the ground with community, hearing for the needs and challenges they are facing, so we can represent them in opportunities for change. I started off at YLI as a youth participant as part of the Coastside Youth Council. I help lead our LELA efforts, which is a policy that limits alcohol advertisement on storefronts, established strong relationship with City Council, and supported our financial and economic justice work, which included informing the community about unhealthy financial services. After our group's civic engagement took our Half Moon Bay work to the next level, I later joined the San Mateo County Youth Commission and represented a geographic voice that had been missing for over 20 years in the commission. After this, I became a program assistant for YLI and later became a program coordinator, where I have been for the past 2 years. At YLI, we rely on personal experience to move the work forward. We create solutions that fit our experiences. We know that personal experience is just the first step, so we heavily rely on conducting youth-led action research, which is an approach to scientific inquiry and social change grounded in the principles of equity and engage young people in identifying problems relevant to their own lives. Conducting research to understand the problems and advocating for changes based on research evidence. The main efforts that the youth I partner with care about is having reliable transportation. That way they can connect to extracurricular activities that are in and out of the coast. We know active transportation includes walking, biking, taking public transportation, which helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It was through the research and advocacy work that we have done in the past, which has created the opportunity to partner with the City of Half Moon Bay in order to get youth input on their Climate Action and Adaptation Plan, CAP. My advice would be that everyone can get into the environmental field if that is what they want. As you can see, I don't work for an organization that mainly focuses in the environmental field, nor did I study to be in an environmental field. I think what is important is just taking the time to know your surroundings and your community to be able to advocate for the needs and resources that your community needs.